I wanted to go over Star Wars The Last Jedi and Star Wars Battlefront 2 that has to do with Project Resurrection. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, it is greatly appreciated. Now, in case you guys were not aware, I did a video just yesterday about this so-called Project Resurrection that was seen at the very ending of Star Wars Battlefront 2.
So, Project Resurrection can continue as planned.
On the contrary, gleb. I sought you out because you were useful to me once. We rebuilt your home and we allowed you Nasa security to maintain control of the system, but in return you have fallen behind schedule and you have allowed an outsider to discover our plan.
Now, as we all saw, Gleb was talking to Hask about this thing called Project Resurrection just before the events of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Now, today, I want to go over even all the more in-depth as to what this could actually mean. Now, I do believe that this Project Resurrection has all to do with Supreme Leader Snoke's machine within his throne room that is indeed hooked up to his throne itself. So we learned a little bit more about this Project Resurrection. There is a new DLC coming up on December 13th, ironically just before the release of Star Wars The Last Jedi on the 14th. I find that kind of suspicious that this DLC is not releasing until just a day before the motion picture, The Last Jedi. So here's what it has to say about the DLC for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, it states, on Star Wars the Battlefront 2 single-player DLC, Star Wars Battlefront 2's Resurrection. The DLC features 3 new chapters of Iden's story and picks up after the campaign's epilogue in Resurrection. Iden is on a quest to search for her missing husband when she stumbles across a First-Order conspiracy that crosses paths with both Star Wars The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi film timeline. So what is this conspiracy? Well, we have heard before from Andy Serkis himself that Supreme Leader Snoke is quite the vulnerable character. Now, we also know that Supreme Leader Snoke's machine that we have seen in the behind-the-scenes reel was actually a very complex set piece to develop to insert some CGI elements. We also saw in some other toys that leaked out not too long ago and are now officially released that this thing houses some form of energy, which I believe is serving as a life support system to Snoke himself. So as it says here, in the summary of the new DLC Resurrection that's not going to be released until just a day before Star Wars The Last Jedi, it states, word for word, that the DLC features 3 new chapters of Iden's story and picks up after the campaign's epilogue. In Resurrection, Iden is on a quest to search for her missing husband when she stumbles across a First-Order conspiracy that crosses paths between Star Wars The Force Awakens and Star Wars The Last Jedi's timeline. So what is this conspiracy? This is something that I am really trying to figure out, so I would love to hear all of you guys chime in the comments below. Could this conspiracy have something to do with the development of Snoke's machine that serves as a life support system, or is it something else entirely? Drop a comment below, let me know what you have to say about all of this in the comments section, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.